Okay, this is our third video explaining our budgeting project. If you do this part, you're about to actually start putting together their budget. This is the budget document, and there's two particular parts to the budgeting project. The first part is what we call the original budget, okay, and that's where we're going to put together a budget showing how Jim or Pam had been spending their money over the last 3 months. Just kind of give them an idea. Remember, they never had a budget. They have no idea how they're spending their money. So the original budget is going to show them that. Then the revised budget, which we'll do, that'll be shown in the next video, is going to be a budget that you put together based on your recommendations for them. Once again, we'll explain that in the next video. Just kind of running through the budget real quick. We have our different categories that we've also seen in the budget. There's some new ones: savings and investment, gifts and donations, but most of them are the same. Up here it's their projected monthly income, actual monthly income. You won't need to do anything with that. It's $3,000 no matter what. This right here is going to be their balance. Okay, as you see right now, they have their $3,000 balance, and their balance is $3,000 for the original budget. Okay, and then the revised budget balance. Once again, we won't need to worry about that yet. And they'll actually show us the difference. Okay, this column will show us the difference between the two, and this will show the difference between the balances. And you'll see that as you finish it. So let's go ahead and let's start worrying about the original budget first. Alright, now what we need to do here, you probably maybe already figured it out, is we need to get our expense tracking out, and we need to show how they've been spending their money the last 3 months. And what we need to do that is to get an average for each month. So you're going to take every category and average it out. Now the nice thing is that your fixed expenses, as you probably noticed, each month as I'm clicking through these different sheets, they stay the same. So you can go ahead and just start filling in those fixed expenses. Very simple. So rent, for example. Rent started at $765 and stayed at $765 throughout. It never changed. So all of these expenses up here, you can just go ahead and plug right in. Alright, they're not going to fluctuate, they stay the same. You don't need to average them out. The flexible expenses is where we're going to need to average out how much we spend per month. Okay, so for example, I'll give you one example here. Gasoline. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to January. Gasoline. In January, we spend $104 on gasoline per month. So we can go ahead and add up 104. Okay. Then we go to February. In February, we spend 125.96. Alright, so we add 125.96. And then in March, we spend 135.46. So we add 135.46. Okay, that gives us a total of $365 for spending over 3 months. And what we need to do is, if we're going to find the monthly average of that, we're going to need to go ahead and divide by 3. Okay, and that gives us $121.80. Alright, and that's the figure we're going to plug into our budget for gasoline. It's under transportation there. Alright, we fill in $121.80. Okay, and that's all you're going to do for this. You're going to put in the average that they have spent each month in each category. No matter what, you divide by 3. So let's take car maintenance, for example. We have 104.43, 55, and then in March they don't spend any. Well, you're still going to take that number, whatever it is. I believe it's 104. So what? 159.43. You take that number divided by 3 because it's still over 3 months. So just because they didn't spend any money on car maintenance in March doesn't mean we take it divided by 2. No matter what, divided by 3. Show you one more thing real quick. One of the common questions that kids come across filling in this budget is, not all the categories are used. For example, there's 3 credit cards here. Well, they only have 1 credit card. Do I fill in all 3? No. Alright, this is a generic budget. There's some categories you may use. There's some categories you want. Alright, you won't use investments. You won't use all of these spots for other. Okay, they currently weren't giving any money to charity, so it's fine if some of these cells are left blank. That's perfectly fine. Alright, but just go ahead and go through, fill in the average for each category in the expense tracking. Alright, and then you're done with the revised budget, or the original budget as we'll call it. And then after that, you'll go ahead and proceed to fill in the revised budget. There will be a video following this to explain that.